The following is based on a true story.
Yeah, well, I'm the one you're gonna have to go to. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Chris. It's me he wants.
Yeah, because you're sure bet. You want him, Billy? Come and get him.
Come on, Chris.
Oh, man.
Come on, Chris.
Billy, he's got some whip. Come on, you can take it. Yeah. Let's go.
Come on, Billy.
This is the last time I help you out, man. It's the last time.
I'm sorry, Chris. He would have killed me.
Chris, what was that?
Oh, it was nothing. It was nothing.
Well, you better put some of that on your eye, too. What did you run into?
Billy Barstow.
Oh, that was real bright.
What's it gonna be, Dad?
Well, you know, I'll tell you the truth, I have not made up my mind yet. And I still haven't talked to your mother.
You know what she's gonna say?
Well, you know, your mother has certain expectations of you, son.
I'm not going to college. You know that. I know that.
Then maybe you better tell me. What happened?
Oh,
Billy Barstow.
Again? Jack, I want you to call his parents.
Mom,
This has gone on long enough.
you know what my life would be like if you talked to his parents.
He's right.
Dad, will you tell her? Tell her.
You know, Chris went down to the Marine Corps recruiting office yesterday, and he got a consent form there for me to sign.
To do what?
I went out of here, Mama. I went down there and I talked to him, and they said that they got these programs that I could join, you know.
That doesn't make any sense. You're 17 years old. You're still in high school.
Well, you can get a high school equivalency in the Marine Corps.
Honey, this is your home. You have your friends here. Family.
Mama, I don't want to grow up being one of the good old boys. This town has nothing to offer but more Billy Barstows. And I'm going to end up driving back and forth through this damn valley on my way to nowhere. I'm sorry, Mama. This is something I gotta do.
He's throwing away his future.
You think his future is a doctor or a lawyer? Honey, our son is just an average youngster, no more, no less.
He had a future.
And he still does. Marine Corps give him a chance to grow up and find out about himself. Then he can create his own future.
He can't go if you don't sign that paper.
And he will resent us for it and join up anyway as soon as he turns 18.
He has everything he needs here.
Maybe that's the problem. He's a young man, Mary. Young men need to be let go of. He wants his freedom, and I understand that.
Well, wanting your freedom is one thing. Knowing what to do with it is something else again. I never stood in your way.
I never said you did.
Don't lose him. Don't lose him. There he is. There he is. There he is. You got him. Okay. Mama, look at here.
Oh! Chris, that is the biggest fish I have ever seen.
He caught it all by himself.
Oh, baby.
Whoa, doctor.
I am so proud of you. He's so beautiful. Now, Jack, don't want it. Jack, come here, baby. Look at that. It's Jack.
Isn't he a beauty? Look at that.
Oh, Mama.
My. Looks like this is it. Mama. I'm really sorry if I've been a disappointment to you.
Hush now. You are a very special boy, and you have always made me proud.
It's not like it's forever.
Well, in a way it is, you know. I suppose you'd have to have a child of your own to understand that. You just remember how much I love you, and that you have a home here. Always.
Daddy's waiting.
Your mama sent you a cake. It was delicious. Tell her thanks.
Come on, Junior. We got better treats waiting for you. Just say that. Listen and learn, Junior. Man, I know just how you feel.
How's that?
Well, after a long day's march, my feet are just begging for a little tender loving care. And I bet that after your shift tonight, we can make ourselves feel a whole lot better.
I just love a man in uniform. So I'll tell you what. You keep yours on, and I won't report you to your principal. That'll be $350.
Keep the change.
But you are cute.
Cute.
Yeah, you are cute. Thanks for the lesson.
Don't look now, but I'm getting some attention. What are you looking for? Stop looking. Come on, man, stop looking. Oh, gosh, she's coming this way. Hi, I'm Vince. Chris, stand up. Oh, yeah.
I'm Charlene. My friends call me Dusty.
I'm Chris.
Would you like to ask me to dance, Chris?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You lead.
Okay. Careful. It's damn near jailbait.
So, what do you mean, jailbait?
Oh, that's, it was nothing. It's just a little joke. It's my birthday today.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
How old do you want me to be?
I'm 24. I would say you're 18.
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Did that turn out fine? I just hope it's gonna be big enough. Mama,
I thought Jack was gonna cut down that tree.
he'll get to it.
Jack don't get to much anything unless he's pushed.
You gotta push him, daughter. Oh, my God. He's here. Mama, go get Jack. He's here. He's here. He's here. He's here. Heaven's sake, why is he knocking?
Hi, Mama. I'd like you to meet my wife, Dusty.
Hi.
She's very attractive.
Sure. I can't take her anywhere without all the guys staring at her.
And you like that?
Mary.
Just asking.
So, why didn't you call or at least write or something?
No, I'm sorry about that. It's just, it happened so fast.
Isn't she a little old for you? Well, who is she? Where'd she come from? Who's her family?
Mary, it's done. We may not be happy about it right now, but she seems like a nice enough young lady, and I think we owe it to Chris to welcome her into our family. Excuse me.
Thanks, Dad. Mama.
I'll try. I'm just a little shell-shocked.
Hey, Chris.
Chris? Supper is ready if you're so inclined.
Now, you take Gone with the Wind. I ain't saying it's a bad movie. I mean, hell, I've seen it 5 or 6 times, but it's, what do they call it? Fantasy? It's fantasy. Honey, pass the piece. It's an insult to the colors.
Colors? I don't believe we use that particular term anymore.
Well, that's my point, actually.
Your point?
So, you got Hawaii, huh? That sounds more like a vacation than a tour of duty.
Sure, I mean, you Southerners, you change the terms, but not the attitude, you know what I mean?
I can't say as I do.
We were under the impression that you were a Southerner yourself.
Oh, no, sir. I abandoned that notion a long time ago. I got family in Ada, Oklahoma now. I like to consider that my home. We like to call it Southwest.
Chris, honey, why don't you join me in the backyard for some coffee? Daddy and Dusty will do the dishes.
Well, anything to get out of the dishes. Don't you go breaking anything.
It's your daddy's heart.
What the hell got into you?
Stop it, Mama. Before it's too late.
It's already too late.
I love her.
She the first woman you ever slept with?
What kind of question is that?
You're 18 years old. Some woman takes you to bed and you're like a hound in heat. I understand that. Why the hell you had to marry, I'll never know.
I've got my reasons, Mama. But you're too damn stubborn to listen to them.
That's right, I am stubborn. When it comes to you and your future, I am the most stubborn woman you will ever find.
My future is my decision. That's something you've never understood. You've never once, not once asked me for my opinion of it. She's the first woman who's ever treated me like I was a man.
Being a man between the sheets is easy.
I've heard enough.
I have tried. God knows I have tried to instill in you some passion for your possibilities. I love you more than life itself. You are the one blessing God has granted me. And you will always be welcome here. But I will not have that woman in my home again.
Well, that's just fine, Mother Mary. I was saving the blessed news for the right time. And I do believe this is the right time. How would you, civilized, hospitable Southerners put it? I'm a child. And since you just closed your door to me, well, you just closed your door to your grandchild, too. Come on, honey, we're getting the hell out of here. Honey?
Chris!
Hello? She is?
When? Oh my God, now? Now? Okay. Cover for me. Oh.
Volunteer services. Yeah, just a minute. Mary, it's for you.
Yes, Mary Brown speaking.
Mama, it's me.
Chris? Oh, my God, it's Chris. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine, Mama.
Oh, how I have prayed to hear your voice.
Look, Mama, I got some news for you. Your grandma.
What?
Tara Christine Brown was born. All 6 pounds, 8 ounces of her at 9:15 this morning.
Oh, Oh, honey, I'm on my way out. I'll just make a reservation. I'll call you as soon as...
Well, Mama, I ain't sure that's such a good idea right now.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just that it ain't the best idea.
Something wrong with the baby?
Oh, no, not at all. Well, it's Dusty, you know. She probably wouldn't like it. You give me some time to work on it?
Chris?
Look, I'll work on it, okay?
I'm happy for you, son.
Thanks, Mama. Bye.
No way I'm ever gonna see that grandbaby.
Hold. Get off of her! Get off!
Ow! What are you? Chris, you're hurting me.
Hey, pal! Get your hands off! She's my wife, pal. You got any objections?
Oh, stop it, Chris.
She could have drowned, Dusty.
I was just having a little fun.
You were supposed to be watching her. Vince and I were about to come out of the water.
You were in there for half an hour. What was I supposed to do? Just sit around all
No,
day?
you pick up the baby, you bring her down to the water, you yell at me to get out, and I'll get out. You don't leave the baby alone.
She was asleep.
No, she was playing in the water while you were playing pincushion to a bunch of damn horny
We
Marines.
was playing football.
Oh, is that what you've been doing with him, huh?
What are you talking about?
Forget it.
No, Chris. What are you throwing at me?
Oh, it ain't what I'm throwing at you, sweetheart. It's what you've been throwing around.
You're a crazy man, you know that?
Half the damn Marine base knows where you spend your free time. It is free, isn't it? Or you starting to charge for that.
I don't have to stand here and listen to this crap.
I'm not through with you.
Through? Darling, you can't even get it started anymore.
Baby, I'm sorry. Nope, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dusty. Dusty, it's Mary. May I speak to Chris, please?
We're asleep.
Dusty, please. I just want to talk to him.
Well, I'll tell him you called, if I remember.
Come in, my little rabbit. What's that? Wait a minute.
Dusty?
When I catch a mouse.
Hey.
Huh?
What's going on?
Watching the kids.
Watching her, she's filthy. Who are you? Where's my wife?
Look, she just asked me if I wanted to make a couple of bucks.
Get out of here.
Hey, I've already been here 2 hours, so you owe me.
Now! That's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Gotta get you cleaned up.
Hey guys. How you doing? This is Sergeant Robert Summers. He's mine.
Oh, that ain't been settled yet.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hank, can get us some acid?
First, I want a drink. Bobby, get me a drink.
You're a whore.
You're crazy.
Hey! Get off!
Don't own me, Chris.
Let's go.
We're crazy. I'm St. Christina. We're moving out.
Yeah, you're damn right you're moving out, but you're not taking my daughter with you.
We'll see about that. Look at Secret Angel. Oh, baby.
It is painful for Chris, but we have all decided that it's for the best. Chris is here on emergency leave. We don't have much time. We want Dusty served with divorce papers. But most important, we want to make sure that she can't get her hands on Christine.
You in agreement on this?
Yes, sir.
Of course we agree, Harry. Now, he has to go back to Hawaii, and Christine is far better off with us until the divorce is final.
Well, if you're all in accord, then I will, I'll have both the divorce agreement and the,
Temporary custody.
and the papers drawn up granting your parents temporary custody of little Tara Christine. As long as you're sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Chrissy belongs with us, where she'll be loved and cared for. Isn't that right, Manny's girl? Yes. Yes. Yes, please.
You supposed to be doing that?
Good for me. Keeps my blood thin.
Mama tells me you ain't been feeling so good.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting any younger, son. As long as I can still go fishing, all is well with God's world.
What happened, Daddy?
What do you mean?
I mean, you ain't old, but you acted.
May I ask you a question, son?
Sure.
Do you still love that woman?
Well, of course I love her.
Then no matter what your mother or your grandmother or anybody else thinks, if you still love her, if she still excites you, and you get back with her and stay the hell away from here.
But you're my family.
And we will always be so. But you have your own family now, son. You have a daughter and a wife. Oh, son, don't you think I had plans when we started out? Hell yes, I had my dreams. But before we knew what was going on, your grandmother swooped down on us with the promise of all this free land, a free house, and a secure future. All of that stuff for our freedom.
I do believe we have a future gymnast in the family.
Come on, baby.
Oh, I think she's gonna be so happy here. Tomorrow we're going shopping. She needs a new wardrobe.
Look, Mama, don't get too settled. I think I'm gonna go back and try to work things out with Dusty.
What? Son, you made a mistake. We all do. If you go back to that woman, you won't be the only one paying for your mistake. It'll be Chrissy, too.
I'm sorry, Mama. It's okay, baby. You want to stay with Nana? Dusty? Dusty? Honey?
So much in a mirror.
And if you was a little younger, you wouldn't need to spend so much time in front of it. Give me the lavender.
I'll get it.
That's Rocky. Tell him to keep his pants on. I'll be out in a minute.
That's Rocky. He'll already have his pants off. Dusty says, I better keep your pants on. Oh. It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Dusty? Got a surprise package here.
And I bet it's wrapped just as tight as can be.
Wow, Dusty. You sure know how to put it together.
Look, I left you a note saying I'd call, so, if you don't mind, this is kind of a bad time.
I need to talk with you.
Yeah, well, we can do that on the phone.
Wasn't expecting you to move out.
Oh, you weren't? Well, what's that about, Chris? Your lawyer makes it very clear. You want a divorce, you got it.
Yeah, well, I changed my mind.
Did you bring Christine back with you?
I figure we'd work things out first.
Well, you bring Christine back, and then maybe we'll work things out. But in the meantime, you keep your hands to yourself.
I'm your husband.
Well, then what do you got in your hand, Chris?
It was a mistake, all right. Dusty, I look at you and it's like nothing else matters.
That's very sweet, honey. But the fact is, I'm doing just fine without you. Better, in fact. For the first time in a long time, I'm having a little fun.
Yeah, well, you're my wife, and you plan on having any fun, it's gonna be with me.
Sweet boy. I don't need you for fun. I don't need you for anything. I got new friends, a job.
What the hell kind of job?
With a refined woman on the other side of the island, Mrs. Vogel. And she happens to think I'm highly qualified.
Dusty, the only thing you look qualified for is sitting on a bar stool with your skirt up over your head.
Well, that shows what you know. I happen to work on an estate. Miss Vogel breeds dogs, and she trusts me enough to take care of them.
Wait, you take care of her dogs?
Mm-hmm. And her birds.
You clean up after her dogs.
Dusty, Rocky's here.
Who's Rocky?
Man who don't think of his mama every time he climbs into bed with me.
Hey, baby, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go, okay?
Hey, these are yours. And they're legal. Let me tell you something else. You ain't getting squat from me. You think you can live off what you get paid scooping up after a pack of dogs? Nah, you ain't nothing but trash.
Hey, who you calling trash, huh?
Save it,
You
baby.
crazy?
He ain't worth it. You know what, Chris Brown? I wish she was dead. I wish I could put on a pretty black dress and pretend to grieve all over your dead body.
I teach you a lesson, boy.
You don't mind my saying so. You're a damn fool. You're the wife of a Marine, and the Marines got certain expectations other women. And as ridiculous as it may sound, fidelity is one of them.
Look who's talking.
Well, tell her. She ought to know.
Look, when I got tired of Stuart, I figured, hell, dump him. Get a divorce, right? Get support, hang on to his benefits, and I'd be a free woman of leisure.
Only Stuart got himself a lawyer.
And I found out it don't work that way. You get a divorce, honey, the only one who sees any benefits is little Chrissy. You get nothing.
You mean I get nothing from his wife?
It don't matter. Only way a wife gets a Marine's benefits is if she's his widow.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You'll be out on your butt, like me, depending on the kindness of strangers, as it were.
Or you make sure you got someone to take up the slack. You get yourself another Marine with benefits.
Hell, I can't stand the one I'm with. Widow?
That's the ball game.
Well, then I wish she was dead.
You do not.
No, I do. I wish the son of a bitch was dead.
I just got orders. Moving out in 2 days.
And what's gonna happen to me? I count on you. I can't keep paying rent here. I mean, Patty ain't helping, and we've already been threatened with eviction. Besides, I was kind of counting on us moving in together. Maybe getting married.
Honey, I gotta put that on hold.
Oh, but
It's only 6 months. 6 months. Where you going? Where you going?
Rocky, I got some thinking to do. I mean, maybe we're moving a little too quick here. Maybe Chris and I should.
Dusty.
Well, I was figuring on being with you. 6 months, that's a long time. I gotta have someplace to live. Somebody to... Yeah, well, with you gone, I mean, the only one I got left is Chris.
Hey. He's divorcing you. Remember that?
Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong about that. And Chris, he ain't so bad sometimes.
I ain't ever letting you go back to him. You hear me?
I don't want to, honey. But what else can I do?
So tonight's your big night, huh?
I don't know. She says she wants to stop by and talk about getting back together.
Kind of out of the blue, isn't it?
Who knows? Maybe she can't live without me.
Yeah? Who's calling?
Dusty, it's for you. It's Captain Mallory.
Captain, the girl's moving up.
Hello? Hello.
Mary? It's Dusty.
Dusty?
It's about Chris.
Yes? Dusty, what is it?
Oh, God. He's been murdered.
What are you talking about?
Stabbed. In his apartment. There were 26 stab wounds all over his body. 26, Mary. And his thumb. His right thumb was...
Jack.
He was gonna make you dinner?
Yeah. We were gonna talk about getting back together.
Was that was that his idea or yours?
Both, I guess.
You've been separated before?
We had trouble, but we could have worked it out.
Sure. Any boyfriends?
I loved Chris.
No boyfriends.
No. Of course not.
Was he seeing anyone?
Yeah, I think so. Well, there were these rumors. There was someone, married woman.
Do you know her name?
Smith or something.
Smith.
Something like that.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Breakfast is ready, honey. Dusty called again. She says they think they have a suspect.
Who?
Corporal Smith. Bob Smith. She says Chris was having an affair with his wife.
I don't believe it.
She asked for money.
What?
She says she has no money. Until things are settled, she has nothing to live on. Mama, what am I going to do without him? I want to die, Mama. I just want to die.
I know, baby. I know.
Mrs. Brown, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the investigating officer.
And I'm telling you, ma'am, we have no suspect in custody. At this moment, we have no suspect, period.
Then where would she get that information? Unless she was lying.
I don't know.
I want a copy of the autopsy report.
Certainly. The autopsy scheduled for tomorrow.
Lieutenant, there must have been one already.
No, ma'am.
If there's been no autopsy yet, how would my son's wife know about the number of stab wounds? About his thumb?
I will look into that. Mrs. Brown, let me assure you, my main priority right now is finding your son's killer.
Lieutenant, she's here.
Show her in. Mrs. Brown, I apologize. I've got an appointment, but I promise I will keep you informed. Have a seat, Miss Carlin.
I don't want to.
Have a seat, please. Thank you. Oh. Coffee?
No. Look, I don't have to be here, you know. You got no right just to order me to...
Well, were you ordered? Ma'am, I'm sorry. It was meant as a request.
Yeah, well...
You know, Miss Carlin, now I got a dead Marine, young kid, you know, one of us. And I figure the way he was killed, well, I mean, whoever did it must have known him real well, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't say.
And since you've been living with his widow for some time now, I figure either you're a good source of information or you're an accessory.
Are you nuts?
Sit down, please.
The hell I will. I'm a civilian. You can't order me around. You can't do anything to me.
Well, ma'am, you're right. Carlin is your married name, correct?
When I was married, yeah.
And before that, in Slater, Hutchins. Did you ever work a club in Honolulu called the Lollipop Bar?
Whatever you got there, I'm still a civilian, and the damn Marines can't do nothing to a civilian.
Again, ma'am, you are correct. But the damned Marines can, Miss Carlin, certainly turn this over to the proper civilian authorities for their handling. Sit down, please. Thank you.
You gonna write me?
I don't think that's such a good idea, Rocky.
I'm gonna be on deployment for 6 months.
I know. We'll catch up when you get back.
Okay. I love you. You know that.
I know.
I miss you. See.
Attention, please. Max flight from Manila will be leaving in 15 minutes.
Give me an escort to the airstrip. Once he takes off, we can't catch him till he reaches Manila.
Where's he gonna go, sir? He can't jump out of a plane over the middle of the Pacific.
Sergeant, this murder was committed in bare feet less than 24 hours ago. Chances are we can still find traces of blood on those feet. We need him now. Go.
All passengers, take your seats. Cabin attendants, cross-check and prepare for takeoff.
You see, the problem with women in this day and age is like they got no sense, you know, of the future. You know what I mean? She's beautiful, isn't she? Yeah. But you can't see on the picture without you seeing him. I tell you, she planned my future. All over.
You Private Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Jackson, would you take your shoes off for me?
All right, baby. All right. It's for your daddy. It's to honor your daddy.
Freeze, Dad. On.
Honey, what are you doing?
I want every one of them. Every one of them. I'm not going to rest until they've got his killer.
They do, Mary.
I'm talking about Dusty.
No, Don, that's not right. However you feel about her, that doesn't mean she was involved with this.
Why don't you care?
Please. We don't need any more trouble. Please.
Let me have this, Jack. It's the one thing that's keeping me alive.
Real estate market is booming.
I know. I don't see why there has to be a trial at all. He's guilty, admits it.
It's not a question of whether he killed your son, but how and why.
Bless you.
Thank you. He's pleading self-defense. The court-martial will determine whether...
Feds, let him say that to my face.
As a possible witness, you won't be allowed in the courtroom during the trial. A witness room is set aside for you and the others.
As Chris's mother, I have every right to be in that courtroom.
No, ma'am, you don't. You don't.
Have you bothered to take anything for that?
Just one of life's miseries, ma'am.
So is this. Quite honestly, Captain, I don't think the NIS is doing its job.
A suspect has been arrested and is being brought to trial.
Only one of them.
Mrs. Brown, we don't have any jurisdiction over civilians. Now, even if we suspected your son's wife of conspiracy, we couldn't touch her.
Maybe you can't, but I can. Heaven's sake.
Shirt. It's Kenny Hilka. He owns a lollipop bar. He's also a dealer. Drugs. The girls know him well. Chris and Dusty spent a lot of time there.
Why?
Mrs. Brown. Chris wasn't an angel.
Are they here for the prosecution or the defense?
I don't know.
Is it true, Mrs. Brown, you were involved with Private Jackson at the time of your husband's murder?
We were friends.
Do you sleep with all your friends?
Objection. The night of the murder, they asked her if she had a boyfriend. She said no. Well, hell, we know she had a boyfriend. Rocky.
How do you explain Private Jackson having a key to Private Brown's apartment?
One key? Hell, I heard she had several keys made. When Chris was on float, she used that apartment like a motel room.
Rocky refuses to implicate Dusty in any way. He claims he loves her, and my guess is he's trying to protect her.
Captain, he can claim he loves her all he wants, and God knows I don't know what's going on in that boy's brain. But let me ask you something. If he took the stand and he implicated Dusty, what would that tell you?
Conspiracy.
Premeditation, Captain. Now, I have done a lot of reading on victims' rights, and I can tell you one thing for sure. If he admits that she planned this, then he's admitting premeditation. That means he could hang. Now, maybe he loves his neck more than he loves Dusty.
Maybe.
If they were in it for the money, they're going to be mighty disappointed.
What do you mean?
I put a court-ordered stop on the insurance and benefits. Here. Take this. Please. I'll be down in a minute.
I'll be right back. You got me evicted.
I did no such thing.
You stopped all of Chris's benefits. I got no money coming in. How do you expect me to live?
Whether you live or not is of no concern to me. How you live is, and I will not have you living off my son's death.
So you just come over here to gloat?
I am enjoying a certain degree of satisfaction. Seems you have no problem finding men to take care of you.
He's helping me move.
Into his place?
Look, Mother Brown, no matter what you think, I did not kill your son. I loved Chris. I tried to make it work. We were going to get back together.
Tell me something. Is it denial or deception that guides your life?
You think Chris deserves someone better? Someone more to your choosing? Well, let me tell you, Mother Brown, Chris was no Boy Scout. He abused me, and he abused our daughter.
Chris would never strike that child.
He would, and he did. Now, you can do what you will, but you ain't gonna take Christine.
Dusty, you will never see her again.
I am her natural mother. And I promise you, no matter what I have to do, you ain't gonna hold on to her.
My dear, you have neither the brains nor the imagination to even contemplate what I might do to you. My hell began the night my son was murdered. Your hell is just beginning.
Yeah, bring him in.
Are you all right? Justice was served here, Mrs. Brown. I hope you feel some relief.
Chris is sitting here. That's what I feel right now, Captain. I feel Chris. I feel his anger. I feel his terrible sadness that he will never be a part of his daughter's life.
I know how difficult this must be for you.
You have children, Captain?
Yes, ma'am. I have a daughter.
You ever promise your daughter that everything's gonna be all right? You know, when she skins a knee or has a nightmare or fever? Do you ever tell her, don't worry, honey, Daddy's here, everything's gonna be fine?
Sure.
I did too. I raised my boy to believe that his world was safe. That Mama and Daddy would make sure everything will be all right. Well, Ralph Rocky Jackson and Dusty Johnson made a liar out of me. They took my child, and they butchered him. And you want to know if I'm all right?
Mrs. Brown, you got the man who killed your son. You'll never get the woman. Let it rest.
If it were your child, Captain, could you let it rest? Good day.
Look over your shoulder. See who's coming down the driveway. Is that your grandma? Is she coming here? Did I keep my promise? Looky there. Let us go and see Grandma. Oh, hurry, hurry. Nana.
Nana's little princess.
Welcome home now.
Thank you. I hear Papa promised you a dog.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, if that's what he promised you, you're gonna get it. And you know what that pup's gonna do to you?
Yeah.
He's gonna kiss you all over your face, just like this.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more kisses than any little girl could handle. I'm gonna make it up to you, baby.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Listen, sister. Drinking ain't gonna help.
Drinking helps everything.
You gotta just let it go.
My daughter is the only thing I have left in this world. She belongs to me, not to her.
Try to get Christine back. That woman's gonna bring the wrath of Satan down on you.
Well, the devil's been living with me a long time. And I'll be damned if I let that bitch have her.
You're turning this place into a mausoleum.
This was Chris's home.
He's buried in the cemetery. This is too much.
Too much what?
You're taking on his death like you're the only one who cares.
Oh, I'm sure you care, Jack. I'm sure the guilt weighs heavily on your mind.
What are you talking about?
I know if I were you, I'd find it hard to look at his picture.
What in the hell are you accusing me of?
Nothing. But none of these coming down. This is the only way I have to keep my son alive. And one of us has to do it, Jack. I'm afraid it falls to me since you're the one who killed him.
How could you say such a thing?
You signed his death warrant.
Well, he wanted to join the Marine Corps. It was his own personal choice.
He was 17 years old. He was a child. And I want him back, Jack. I want my baby back.
I want him back, too. I want to tell you something else. I let him go because you always holding on to him so hard. Forgive me, I'm very sorry, but I saw what happened to us. All our dreams died a slow death because your mother could not let go. And I loved you, and I stayed here for you, and it killed me. And I was afraid it was going to kill Chris, too, but you're right.
He would be alive today if it wasn't for me. And I wish I was dead because of it.
This baby needs you, Jim. She needs us. And I need you.
You never have before.
I'm sorry for what I said. You didn't kill him, Jack. She did. She did. And we're gonna prove it. Together. Please.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Mr. Brown?
Yes, sir.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Here you go, sweetheart. And sugar and raisins. All right.
Mary,
Sugar. Sugar, Mama.
looks like Dusty got herself a lawyer.
Huh?
She wants the baby back. Now.
What's that? Sugar? Chat.
The court awarded you temporary guardianship. And the only way you're gonna make that permanent is by proving her an unfit mother. And that's gonna be tough. That's your word against hers.
What all do we have to do?
Well, let me run a background check. What's her maiden name?
Charlene Johnson.
Family?
Well, we know there's a sister over in Ada, Oklahoma.
Okay. You two sit tight. I'll run a check, see what we can find out.
I'm not gonna sit tight. You tell me what we need. I'll find it.
Mary, Dusty was legally married to your son. She is Tara Christine's natural mother. To my knowledge, she has not been charged with any crime. And she has no record. And there is no documented evidence of abuse. What you are going to need, Mary, is a miracle.
Officer Stone speaking here. Who's speaking now?
This is Mary Brown.
Miss Brown, how you doing?
Fine, Parker, just fine. And how's that little boy of yours?
Oh, much better, thanks. What can I do you for?
Parker, suppose a private citizen wanted to get some background information on another private citizen in another state, of course. Could that be done?
Well, like what?
Oh, birth certificate, driving record, credit, things like that.
Well, for a lot of that stuff, you need a court order or...
Oh, well, that'd be too much trouble. Wouldn't be worth it. All right, then, Parker. Thank you. I'll try something else.
Well, hold on there, Miss Brown. Maybe I can help you. What specifically you got in mind? Morning, Miss Brown.
Morning, Parker.
Oh, nice dog.
Parker, me Bubba.
He sure do love that little girl, don't he?
Parker.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Listen, I did some tracking for you. I don't know if it's going to do you much good. As far as the Charlene Johnson goes, there ain't much. Just some teenage stuff, and she kind of disappears.
What does that mean?
Well, the next thing I got on her was just a couple of tickets issued to Charlene Forrest. Charlene Johnson Forrest.
Thank you, Parker.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Brown, you only have one child, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Tara Christine Brown is your only child.
Yes, sir.
The name Forrest mean anything to you?
Forest, like, woods or...
No, ma'am. I mean Forrest like your first husband. You were married before, weren't you, Mrs. Brown? Mrs. Brown?
Briefly. It was nothing. I try to forget about it.
I bet you do. Seems like you forgot about your first child, too. So now I'm going to ask you again. Is Tara Christine Brown your only child?
I thought you meant by my marriage to Chris. Chris and I have only one child.
Forget what you thought I meant and answer the question. Do you have another child?
Yes, sir.
A daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And where is this child, Mrs. Brown? Where is this first daughter of yours?
With her father.
And why is that? Why is your first child, like your second child, not with you? It's because your first husband was granted sole custody, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
Because you abandoned her. Is that not correct?
Objection.
No further questions.
You gonna give Bubba a kiss?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Bubba, get over here and give the baby a kiss. Give him a kiss. Okay. Should Papa give Bubba a kiss?
Yeah.
Okay, here, Bubba, here's a kiss from Papa.
Yeah.
Should Nanny give Bubba a kiss?
Yeah.
I think so, too. Your turn.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Night, Bubba.
Now you're ready to go to sleep.
No.
No? Well, I'm ready to go to sleep.
If you think that I am gonna stand out in that yard and call for Bubba, you're out of your mind.
Oh, honey, I am surprised at you. Bubba is a fine Southern name with a long tradition.
Thank you for all your help, standing by me.
Well, we still got our little Chrissy, and that's what is important. We don't have to fight Dusty anymore. Just let it go, and God will take care of it.
I do feel some kind of peace, finally. Maybe you're right. Let go and let God.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? Man, you stick one of these under a rabbit and bam! You got rabbit stew.
Talbot, quit it.
Well, Dusty, we need just a little excitement around here. You know, since you got back from Alabama, you ain't been worth squat.
Look, you want excitement, Talbot? Then do what I'm asking and you'll get all the excitement you can handle.
It's a dumb idea and you're too dumb to carry it off.
Well, that's why I need you, Talbot. You're the brains.
You know, I can stick your head in a bucket and blow that up, too.
How's your back, honey?
You know damn well.
can only milk that bag for so long. Disability folks are gonna catch up with you sooner or later, find out you've been working day jobs off the books, and then what?
You've been ragging on me since Easter. I've had enough of it.
We get Chrissy here. We live off of Daddy's benefits. Insurance, Social Security. Our worries will be over. Here, honey.
So if we do this thing, you'll do exactly as I say. No questions, no arguments.
Mm-hmm. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Baby, you look a little tired. I think it's time for a nasty nap. They're here.
We say that every year, don't we, Mama?
Good night, Mama.
She asleep?
Mm-hmm. Evening.
I'm sorry to trouble you folks, but I got myself a flat.
How can we help?
Well, I don't have a spare, sir, and I...
We got nothing that'll fix that.
I hate to trouble you, but is there a phone anywhere around here?
Well, there's one about 4 or 5 miles from here.
Hey!
Hey, what are you doing? Hey!
Jack! Jack! Jack, it's something! Jack!
Oklahoma, where do you think they've taken us? I don't know, ma'am. That's why I'm asking. Pocket.
I want to help you, ma'am, but there ain't much I can do. This here's a misdemeanor, and...
Misdemeanor! That woman kidnapped Christine!
Her own daughter, ma'am.
We have custodial rights, ma'am.
Ms. Brown, Mr. Brown, I want to help you. I really do, but these are liberal times, and I got to be careful. I go chasing somebody across the state line, and I got trouble myself I can't handle.
How the hell with it? Harvey, Would you come with me, please? Billy and Frank, will y'all follow us in your pickup? We're gonna go after him ourselves. I don't. I'm gonna bring it back.
Parker, 1 week ago, legislation was passed and signed into law by the governor making parental kidnapping a felony in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, we got no information on that.
It's passed, Parker. It's on the books.
All we can do, ma'am, is nothing.
Apparently. Thank you very much.
Where are you going?
Georgia.
Georgia? That's the wrong way.
It's only 10 miles to the border. Once we're in Georgia, they can't touch us. Then we just cross through Tennessee. Now, unless you want to cross the entire state of Alabama with them snapping at our heels, I suggest you just settle down and enjoy the ride.
I'm so sorry.
What we got here is a case of unfortunate circumstances.
There's only one reason she wants Christine.
Mary.
Chris's benefits go to his daughter. She wants to live on them.
One of the perks of being a judge, Mary, is that I don't have to tolerate interruptions. There's no question that you got a legal right to your granddaughter here in Alabama. But she's in Oklahoma now with her natural mother. Now, while that may be intolerable for Alabama, Oklahoma could see that as sweet justice.
I'll file a brief in Oklahoma requesting custody here.
What about kidnapping?
Most courts are going to see this as nothing more than a family squabble. You got a tough legal fight ahead of you. And if I was a betting man...
You still owe me $50 from the Derby.
If I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Oklahoma. 5-1.
Spotted them here on Main Street. They just drove by. They're going north. I see them. They're coming past me right now.
There's another one.
They pass them down the shore.
The state of Oklahoma recognizes the God-given right of a child's natural mother.
Your Honor.
Now, you folks in Alabama may think that it's right and proper to remove a child from the love and affection that only a mother can give. But Oklahoma, a state of infinite compassion, thinks otherwise. Therefore, it is the opinion of this court that Charlene Brown be awarded permanent and natural custody of her daughter, Tara Christine Brown, so long as Miss Brown remains within the borders of this state. And then again, why wouldn't she? This hearing is adjourned.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Nanny! Papa!
Hey, honey, be quiet. Be quiet.
But a carnival to them.
Bo warned us it wasn't gonna be easy. Said our chances of getting Chrissy back were very slim.
I understand the legal system, Jack. I just don't accept it.
We could appeal all the way to the Supreme Court.
And while we're bouncing from court to court, magic in that baby girl will die a little bit every day. And that ignorant woman will be celebrating her victory.
Mary was tracking this one. Mary?
Yes, the docket number is A9557B113. Yes, ma'am, I understand. But I was told that the case was turned over to the FBI. If it's not your office, whose office is it?
We need you on this.
It was a court-martial. Yet I know you have no jurisdiction. I understand that. But I was told by the NIS that all... Naval Intelligence Service. I was told that all information regarding Charlene Brown was turned over to the FBI. You're the FBI. Now, all I want to know is the name of the agent handling the case. Then what office do I call?
Oh, at Claire's?
That Baker and Jones got him on the 3rd floor.
So what, you only had 2?
Mr. Hennessy, all we're asking for is a progress report on your investigation of Charlene Brown.
No chocolate either.
We have called you 4 times, and all you tell us is that you're working on it.
Your case is one of 100, Mrs. Brown. Whatever happened to bear claws? You always used to have bear claws.
Forget about your damn bear claws, mister, and listen to the woman. We've had a son murdered here, and our whole family torn apart because of it. Seems to me the very least you could do was share whatever information you had on one Charlene Brown.
I am handed a list of priorities, and I go through each case as it's listed. Now, I can't tell you just exactly where on that list your particular case happens to be.
Why not? You know when he's out of bear claws.
As I understand it, the man who killed your son was arrested, tried, and sent to Leavenworth.
And the case against his wife was turned over to you.
And I will get to it. Just be patient. Give me the sugar donut.
I think we can be patient somewhere else, Donna. Thank you very much for your kind help.
Yeah, I gotta hang up. Yeah, I'll call it now. Yeah, bye.
Come on, get that. That phone. Yeah.
Diane?
Yeah.
It's Rocky. Can you speak to Dusty? Dusty there?
No. I don't know. She ain't here. I ain't seen Dusty for weeks, I guess.
How would I reach her?
Like I said, Rocky, we ain't that close, you know? She goes where she wants to go.
Well, I don't have that luxury, do I? You give her a message for me, okay? You tell her that she hasn't written me in over 2 months. She ain't ever called me. You tell her she better write me. Or else,
Or else what?
Hey, you just tell her, you hear me? Huh?
He says you ain't written. So? Well, he says you better, or else. Or else what? What are they gonna do? Give him a weekend pass?
Come on, let's go.
Look at me, I'm scared. The movie ain't over yet.
So they shoot up the car and they're dead at the end.
Okay. You be a good girl, honey. You're not leaving her with me.
You promised.
I did not.
Diane, I asked you 3 days ago.
I got a date.
That's great. Perfect.
She ain't my kid, Talbot.
Well, she ain't mine either.
Thanks a lot. Talbot, it's not my fault.
Oh, nothing's ever your fault. Give me that damn car. Shut up, Chrissy.
She's got a restraining order. If you get within 50 feet of her, you can be arrested. 1 second. Call. Yeah, sure, I can follow her. But that's not going to change the situation. Look, you're charged with physical abuse. They have the bruises to prove it. Yeah, well, then the same to you. Mrs. Brown, yes?
Yes.
I'm Arlo McDaniel.
How do you do?
You don't quite know what to make of me, do you?
You're not exactly what I expected.
My mother said the same thing. Have a seat. I'm sorry. What did you expect?
I don't know. I've never done this before.
Look, what makes a good PI is curiosity, Mrs. Brown. Plain and simple curiosity.
I love surprises, questions. What do you like?
Experience, Mr. McDaniel.
That's easy. I don't drink, don't smoke, and I'm curious as hell.
My son was murdered, Mr. McDaniel.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mrs. Brown.
The man who killed him is in jail. The woman behind it has my granddaughter.
The woman behind it?
She was counting on my son's insurance benefits, but I had those turned over to my granddaughter. That's why she took her.
For the benefits?
There's not much evidence of love, if that's what you mean.
Just what is it that you need from me?
What I need is justice, Mr. McDaniel. What I need from you is one man. Just one man who gives a damn about justice.
Come on, Christine, let's go.
She's staying here.
What?
You stay there, Chrissy, till I come fetch you. Understand?
Talbot. What do you think you're gonna do?
I'm gonna enjoy myself. I ain't enjoyed myself with you for over a week this time. Come on.
Talbot.
20 minutes. Hell, she ain't gonna freeze to death. Now, come on. It's time. Come on. Come on.
Hello?
Mrs. Brown.
Yes?
This is Donald Stewart from Senator Weghorst's office.
Oh, good. Put him on.
Well, the senator's in a meeting right now, but I do have the information you requested.
Go ahead.
Okay, the file number is F63-2900-1544.
Got it.
And the person to call is an Alice Pasqualetti.
Squaw.
Letty, L-E-T-T-I. And Mrs. Brown, the senator said you could use his name once. That's all.
You tell him once is all I need, and you give that big bear a hug for me. Thank you.
No, that won't do. Put Gettinger on it with Krieger as backup. Whatever it takes. What the hell are you doing?
I want your undivided attention, Mr.
I'll
Hennessy.
call security.
No, it's all right. Leave us alone for a minute.
I am sorry. Did I interrupt some high-priority case you've been busting your butt on?
I explained to you, Mrs. Brown.
Like tracking down ceramic elephants being shipped across the state line?
You don't just go busting... How do you know about those elephants?
Mister, I was born and raised in Alabama. Senator Weghorst and I used to play doctor when we were kids. Now, you have yourself a list of 12 high-priority cases. Those elephants are number 1. My son is number 8.
Ma'am, Stealing FBI files is a felony.
I have tried to impress on you the need to investigate Charlene Brown and her involvement in my son's murder, and all I get from you is one excuse after another. Well, sir, let me tell you what I'm going to do about that. I am going to channels 2, 4, and 7, and I'm going to tell them that the FBI doesn't have time for the mother of a murdered Alabama Marine because they're too busy tracking down ceramic elephants.
What do you think you're doing? I'm sorry, mister, but she was about to, Get your hands off her! Put her down! You know, I can blow your head off and claim you was trespassing. I was just passing by. Well, then just keep on passing, boy. Well, someone should be watching her. You stay close to the door, you hear? And thank you for not blowing my head off. Yes, sir. Get on up here. Come on. Get in the house.
Jack, supper's ready. Jack. Jack.
Baker to the OR. Dr. Baker to the OR.
Mrs. Mary Brown?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Special Agent Warren Matthews from the FBI. I went to your house, and your mother told me that you were here. I'm very sorry, ma'am. Is there anything I can do?
That depends on why you're here, Mr. Matthews.
I've been assigned to investigate the conspiracy case against your daughter-in-law. I know, I've heard it before. I can't do much about the outside, but ma'am, I assure you in this matter you will have my undivided attention and commitment.
I suppose I should be grateful they bothered at all. Mr. Matthews, my husband may be dying as we speak. Under the circumstances, I do hope you can be taken at your word. Frankly, I don't think I could take another disappointment. So, while you're here, how about having that bump in your nose fixed?
What bump?
You almost didn't marry because of that bump in your nose.
There's no bump on my nose.
Mama said to me, she said, Mary, Jack is a good man, but how long are you going to be happy with that bump on his nose? I said, Mama, I don't see any bump. And she said, that's because love is blind. I'm sorry, Jack.
About what?
Us. The way things went for us.
I am too.
Well, I have lots of goodies for you. Let's see now. We have toothbrush and moisturizer for your elbows.
For my what?
Your elbows? I've been noticing, honey, lately your elbows are getting a little wrinkled.
Oh, hell, if that's the case, you might just soon dip my whole body in it.
Your body is just fine.
No, it isn't just fine, Mary. And it's not just my heart, either.
I know.
I want to talk to you, Mary. Come here and sit beside me, please. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. And I've come to realize that I let resentments bury me for an awful long time. Sometimes I can't even remember what they were or how they even got started.
We should have taken the risks, Jack. That's my fault.
No, ma'am. You had every right to expect some measure of security. I could have said no. I could have fought harder. But the truth is, I was never very much of a fighter. But I blamed you. I'm very sorry for that. I hope you will forgive me. Thank you. We gave our boy a good life.
Yes, we did.
You did. And we're gonna get her back. We owe it to him and his little Christy. We're gonna fight. We're gonna do whatever we must do to get her back. Only this time, we're gonna do it together.
Sit here. I'll get you some coffee. Would you like a cinnamon roll?
No, thanks. Coffee's just fine. How's Mr. Brown doing?
Better, thank you. Much better. That man is full of surprises.
How did you get this?
What's that?
You have a confidential file in F63-2900.
1544.
Yes, how did you get it?
From the Attorney General's office.
Mrs. Brown, the Attorney General just doesn't hand out F63.
Well, how do you think I got it? You go through that box, and you will find a coroner's report on my son's death, along with some photographs of his body.
These are never released without the proper authorization.
Mr. Matthews, if it was up to the government, Dusty Johnson Brown would be spending her life in relative comfort, living off my son's life insurance, Social Security, and Marine benefits. Now, I don't trust the government to fix potholes, so why would I trust them to avenge my son's death? Cream and sugar?
No, thanks.
Then let's get down to business.
Okay.
She's a mighty fine little girl, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
And she ain't scratched at all.
much you want for her?
Well, she is awful pretty.
How much?
45?
Sold.
Maybe I should ask more. 60 maybe.
No, 45, just fine. Thank you, thank you. You find what you're looking for? Well, you know, you find bits and pieces, you know.
So you and me go have a little chat, huh?
Well, that's okay. I was just on my way out.
Stay there, baby. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's a mighty pretty little piece of glass you got here.
Yeah, but you want to be careful. Don't usually find this quality at flea markets, you know, but sometimes a surprise pops up and,
That'd be kind of like you, wouldn't it? I was born and raised right here in Ada, don't you know? So I know everybody that belongs here. If ever there was a man who didn't belong, that man would be you. So now that you found what you're looking for, I think it's time for you to leave.
well, I don't know. There's some more shopping I'd like to do.
Shops are closed.
Well, I do like to thank you for your hospitality.
You come back and see us real soon, yeah?
Mr. Hardy. Yes, this is Mary Brown from Gadsden, Alabama. Well, I'm just fine, sir, thank you. And you? Good. Helen Lansbury of the Birmingham Shelter for Women gave me your number. I am sending you photographs of my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter for you to post in all your shelters throughout Illinois. But no, sir, they're not exactly missing.
Chrissy? Hello? Yeah! Chrissy, stop that!
Mrs. Charlene Brown?
Yeah.
I'm Special Agent Warren Matthews of the FBI. I wonder if we could talk?
Chrissy, shut up!
You got some ID?
Yeah.
I don't gotta talk to you, you know.
That's true, Mrs. Brown, but I think you should know that the Bureau is reconsidering opening the case concerning your husband's death, and perhaps if you could satisfy our questions here and now, we wouldn't have to go any further. Thank you. Hi.
You could have questioned her all night long.
What did you think she was going to do, confess?
Well, I'll tell you something. She had information about that murder before she was questioned, before she saw the body. She never even did see the entire body, so how did she know about his thumb, about the holes in the mattress?
I don't know yet.
Now, here's a man who worked with her at the dog kennel, and he says she used to walk around telling anybody who'd listen how she, quote, wished to hell Chris was dead, unquote. How about that?
Well, we haven't gotten to him yet. Don't know whether we will.
Because you're wasting your time. You're looking under little rocks. You're ringing little doorbells. I'll tell you where the truth is. The truth is in Leavenworth. Mm-hmm. And if I have to, I'll go see Rocky Jackson myself.
You can't do that.
Who's gonna stop me?
What are you gonna do? Ask him, did Dusty put you up to this? And then when he says no, then what? I'll go there myself.
When?
Mind if I get a good night's sleep first?
I prefer you didn't, but if you must. You say, You say Chrissy seemed all right?
She's okay. She's fine.
Thank you.
You're wasting your time, Mr. Matthews. Anything you or anybody else wants to know, you can find in court transcripts from my court-martial.
I can appreciate that, Mr. Jackson. But you see, since I figured that you were lying throughout that court-martial, it's not much use to me, is it?
Yeah, well, that was the truth. Me and Dusty never spoke about nothing. We never spoke about insurance. We never spoke about nothing.
That's what you said, all right.
It's the truth.
It was love or a lie.
Sure, you ever meet her, you know why.
Oh, I met her.
What was that?
I met her. Sure, I didn't tell you. I spent some time with her and her boyfriend down there in Ada.
Mr. Matthew, please don't play games with me. Dusty doesn't have any other boyfriend except for me.
Really? I could have sworn. Wait a minute. Sure. Yes. Talbot. His name is Talbot. She never mentioned Talbot to you.
I hadn't heard much from her lately.
Well, my understanding is, Mr. Jackson, that you haven't heard much of anything from her.
Mr. Matthews, she stood by me at the trial. You saw it.
Yeah, let's take the fall.
She had nothing to do with it.
Rocky, I saw her. I saw her boyfriend. She said you were an overgrown idiot who was obsessed with her. She said her friends kept telling her that you were an embarrassment. You were like some drooling, lovesick teenager with his brain between his legs. Rocky, she's not gonna call you. She's not gonna wait for you. She's not gonna write. You're as much a victim in this as Chris Brown was. And you're gonna let her get away with it.
What do you want me to do, Mr. Matthews?
We're gonna start by writing a letter. Okay?
Another one. I got scared, Dusty. You should have kept in touch with that boy. You should have called him, written him.
Oh, God.
What?
Says I owe him $15,000, and if I can't pay, he's gonna see I go to jail.
I told you. You need stroking that boy. You gotta stroke him.
Shut up. What am I gonna do?
You keep your mouth shut, that's what you do. It's his word against yours, and he's a convicted felon. So you just ignore him and you keep your mouth shut. Now, unless you got something better to do, I damn well appreciate some lunch.
Why the hell do you put up with him?
This ain't Hawaii, honey. I don't have any more Marines chasing after me, and at least he's bringing in some disability.
How many of those are you sending out?
So far, over 1,000.
1,000?
Do you know how many shelters there are in this country? Well, sir, every single one of them is on her list.
And every last one of them is going to get a letter and a picture. If that woman is dumb enough to leave Oklahoma with Chrissy, and she's pretty dumb, then every shelter in every state in the country is going to know about her.
What about Rocky? You making any progress with him?
I've had him write 3 letters. So far, there's been no response, but in his last one, I had him tell her to call at a specific time and date.
You think she will?
He's threatening to blow the whole thing wide open. She's gonna call. When she does, Rocky's gonna know what questions to ask her and what to attack her on. The phone's gonna be tapped. We're gonna get her.
That a promise, Mr. Matthews?
She ain't gonna call.
Relax.
Hey, listen, don't tell her to relax. She was supposed to call 15 minutes ago. She ain't gonna call.
On 3. 1, 2.
Rocky.
Hey, Charlene.
What's the matter, honey? You sound scared.
What did I tell you? I told you to call at 7 o'clock sharp. Huh? You think I just wait around the damn phone? Huh? Listen, I'm sorry, honey. I just want to talk.
Well, I'm here, honey.
How come you never come to see me, you know? Never write.
Well, you called me mean, nasty things in those letters, Rocky. What the hell do you expect?
Yeah, well, you still love me?
Rocky, you was always an impulsive boy.
Listen, you said you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. What happened to that?
Well, maybe if things was different, we could, but as they are, you can't expect me to wait my life out for you.
Then I want my money.
What money?
The money you promised me, $15,000, I want it.
Rocky, I ain't got no money. Don't you understand that? His mama put a hold on everything. Everything.
You just used me, didn't you?
Rocky.
If you think I'm gonna sit here, honey, and rot my life away, letting you off free as a bird, you're crazy.
Look, there ain't nothing I can do for you in there. Nothing at all. Now, you can go to the FBI like you threatened or tell anybody anything, but the fact remains, I can't help you no matter what you threaten. And frankly, honey, who the hell is gonna believe you?
Yeah? Yeah? We'll see! We'll see!
Sit down.
You said you'd get her. Those were your words.
And we will. We will.
That's not good enough. Good afternoon.
Mrs. Brown. What are you gonna do, Mrs. Brown?
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that your granddaughter is the victim of abuse. If not outright physical abuse, and simple neglect. And I gotta tell you, it was hard sitting there watching her. But the fact is, no matter what our personal opinions are, there's nothing we can do about it.
I don't believe that, Mr. McDaniel.
First of all, you got the laws of Oklahoma. Secondly, you got a small town that's ready to protect one of their own. Thirdly, you got a judge who says as long as she stays in Oklahoma, she's got her daughter, clear and legal. As much as I hate seeing that little girl living like that, legally, there's nothing I can do to change it.
How much would you charge, Mr. McDaniel, for kidnapping?
There's a heaven. This is how I want it to be. I don't even want the fish to bite.
Nice. A little quiet for me.
This is where I taught Chris how to fish.
Good fisherman?
Oh, hell yes. In high school, he was a lifeguard out here, you know.
You don't say.
Indeed. Saved a boy's life just right over there one day. It's real good to know there's a young man still alive today because of my son. So what all are you gonna do about this kidnapping?
I'm gonna do it.
I see. Well, that wife of mine is a mighty persuasive woman.
Well, I'm not doing it because of your wife. I've seen how that kid is living. Maybe I can help change that.
I appreciate that, sir. Sure hope they don't bite this morning.
There's only one main road hooking up to the highway, and that's the major artery. And we've got a clean, straight line for a good 10 miles.
I get it. Yeah, but once they're on our tail, there's no shaking them.
That's why I think we're better off heading east. Gives us a choice of 3 countries.
Hello?
Hi, Mary. It's Warren Matthews here.
Yes, Mr. Matthews.
I just wanted to let you know I'm on a 10:15 flight to Hawaii.
Vacation?
Look, I know you're frustrated.
You can't begin to imagine, sir.
Well, actually, I can. That's why I'm going to Hawaii. I think that's where our case rests. I'm just asking for a few more days. Be patient.
I thank you for your advice.
They're calling my flight. I'll phone you when I've got some news, all right?
We each have our business to take care of, Mr. Matthews. I may be calling you with news of my own. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ready?
Ready.
I wish I was going with you.
You just do what the doctor says. Chris is gonna need her grandpa when we get back.
Yeah, you give this to her, and you tell her her papa loves her this much.
I will.
You be careful, Donna.
I love you.
You called me here?
Talbot, I ain't sure this is such a good idea.
Look, we show up at my mama's for Christmas, she's gonna give us a check. I know it. We don't show up, she's gonna send us a card. What the hell are we gonna do with the card, huh?
I don't like the idea of leaving the state.
Just a couple of days.
Yeah, well, you know what could happen.
Huh, Mommy? Don't be stupid. What do you think? They got some idiot parked at the state line gonna arrest you as soon as you cross over? Use your head.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Mommy! Damn it the hell! Shut up about this damn thing or I'm gonna throw it in the fireplace.
She's just a little girl, Talbot.
No, Dusty, she's not just a little girl. She's our meal ticket. So far, I ain't seen no meals.
It's legal stuff, Talbot, okay? I told you that. It takes time. It'll come.
All right, take it, but stop talking about it. Look, you want to stay here with your brat? Go ahead. I'm going.
Okay. But it better be a big damn check.
What are you doing?
Just taking the safety off, man.
Put it away.
Arlo, Talbot's got a shotgun. Never lets it out of his sight. We've got to be prepared for the worst.
You never told me that.
Mrs. Brown, I've had 2 confrontations with a man. I'm not about to risk another without some protection.
I will not allow guns to be used.
Are you going to tell Talbot that?
That is my granddaughter in there. I will not have people shooting around my granddaughter.
Oh, hello.
Oh, my God.
She's going to get away from us.
I can't.
Once she's on the road and picks up speed.
I won't. Talbot gets crazy and starts firing that thing, then you're shooting back and Christina's caught in the line of fire. No, I won't allow it. The banana's here.
We have nothing left.
You did the right thing, Mary. Come on. Let's go home.
Miss Carlin?
You Agent Matthews?
Yes, sir.
Miss Carlin ain't sure she wants to talk to you.
Is that so?
Look, I'll talk about Dusty, but I'm off limits. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna freeze us to death, Talbot.
Where you want me to fall asleep? Is that it?
No, but a little heat wouldn't hurt.
You want to drive through this crap? Go ahead.
Talbot!
Go ahead!
Stop it!
Itching at me since you left Ada.
You're making me nervous. I don't like you drinking when you...
You what?
Nothing.
You tell me what to do, Dusty?
No. No, I just wish you wouldn't.
What? What do you just?
Forget it.
You gotta make a choice, Dusty.
Bobby!
You gotta decide if you want a warm room here, or if you want me to stop drinking, or if you want me to quit slapping you! One wish is all you get, Dusty, just one.
You son of a bitch, stop it!
Bobby!
You're gonna get the same damn thing! Get out! Get out!
Freezing up!
Get the hell out of here! Take your damn breath! Get! Go out! Get!
Back in time for Christmas.
Mary?
What if she comes home and there's nothing for her under the tree?
Maybe it's us we should be thinking about.
How so?
You know how they say everything happens for a reason? We lost our son, our granddaughter. I damn near lost my life. Yet I think we found each other again through all of this. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Find each other again.
I swore we'd take care of your little girl. I'm sorry.
Here we go, sweetheart. Drink it slow now. Don't burn yourself.
Thanks.
She gonna be okay?
Yeah, sure. Look, we'll make sure they get a good night's sleep. And Dr. Bond's coming in tomorrow. He'll check them out, okay?
Okay. Well, you folks are mighty lucky.
Yes, sir. We know that.
Well, Carol and Lisa here, they'll take good care of you. Good night.
Night, Frank. Okay. Thanks. He did a real nice job on you.
He was drinking. He didn't mean to. Honey, one thing you gotta learn, you don't make apologies for him.
The first thing we're gonna do is get you two to bed. And we can get the information we need in the morning, okay?
What information? Well, like family that needs contacting.
I want my nanny and papa.
We ain't got no family. Excuse me. I got some work I gotta catch up on.
Look, that's all we're gonna need for tonight, okay? Come on. You look like a little sleepyhead. Look who I have for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. Come on, we're gonna get you a nice, warm, cozy bed, okay?
Carol, can you give me a hand with this?
Yeah, sure. Go on up the stairs, second door on your left, okay? I'll be up in a minute.
Come on, honey.
I just need you to sign some papers for tomorrow.
Look at this. Tara Christine Brown, taken July 4th in Gadsden, Alabama.
Oh, this little girl's a long way from home. Look, do me a favor. Go upstairs and tuck them in, okay? I'm gonna call her grandma.
Yes.
Mrs. Brown?
Yes?
Mrs. Mary Brown?
Yes. Who is this?
Mrs. Brown, I believe we have your granddaughter here.
Chrissy?
They came into the shelter tonight.
Are you calling from Oklahoma?
No, ma'am. We're in Illinois. Mrs. Brown?
Yes. Is she all right? Where is she?
We got a warrant for the arrest of Charlene Johnson Brown for felony kidnapping.
And a judge's order to relinquish Tara Christine Brown into the care of Mr. and Mrs. Jack Brown of Gadsden, Alabama.
Please, where is she?
Come this way.
Mary.
Charlene Johnson Brown, you're under arrest for felony kidnapping.
Jack!
Hold on to Papa, darling.
Get the hell out of here now.
You're not gonna keep her. Everywhere you go, you better look for me, because I'm gonna get her back. You hear me? You hear me?
I hear you. Now, you hear me. If you ever try to see that child, I swear on my son's grave, I will kill you.
I am warning you of your rights. You have the right to be silent. If you give up that right, anything you say...
Oh, here she is.
Hey, Mrs. Brown? Mrs. Brown? Can I get...
Mrs. Brown, did you ever think this day would come?
I never gave up hope. I always knew that Charlene Johnson would slip up, and she did.
How did you discover that they'd left Oklahoma?
My wife sent letters and photographs to over 1,350 shelters around the United States.
Did you know that there are reports that the...
There is a warrant out for arrest in the state of Alabama.
What are your thoughts now, Mrs. Brown, that this has finally come to an end?
It's not over. This will not be over until Charlene Johnson is brought to justice for her part in the murder of my son. Excuse me, we are very tired.
Look who's here, darling. Oh, my.
I'm so glad to see you.
Look at that little girl.
You have never heard of the Velveteen Rabbit? Oh, my. I'll tell you what. You and Bubba and Papa will go down to Peabody's bookstore on Monday morning. And I will buy for you all of the books that you can carry.
With pictures?
You bet, with pictures. I don't like reading books without pictures, do you? Well, I should say. Do you, Bubba? No, sir, of course not. Then we're going to sit here together, the three of us, and we're going to read all of those books, including The Velveteen Rabbit. And we're going to start with that one.
Who's he?
Oh, my dear. That is that very lucky rabbit that got more love than he could almost handle.
Like Daddy did?
Yes, darling, like Daddy did. You know your daddy loved you more than life itself. And your grandpa loves you just as much. Give me a hug and a kiss goodnight. That's my baby. God bless you, baby. Go to sleep now, okay? Good night, Bubba. You look after my daughter. See you in the morning, sweetheart. God bless you. Good night, sweetheart. Good night, Bubba.
Thank you.
And when Chris died, I feared all my love died with him. And you did what you did. I'm so very grateful to you for it. I have never been more proud of you than I am right now.
Mama, would you get that, please?
Brown resident? What? I can't hear you. What?
Yes. Hello? Yes? I'm sorry. Can everybody hold it down, please? I can't hear. Yes, go ahead.
Mary, it's Warren Matthews.
Yes, Mr. Matthews.
I heard about your good news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me add a little icing to your cake. We're bringing Dusty in. We're charging her with conspiracy to commit murder.
Thank you, Mr. Matthews. I look forward to hearing from you. And Merry Christmas.
To you too, Mary. Bye-bye.
They're charging her with conspiracy to commit murder. Well, boy, Dusty's going on trial.
Time to go.
Chrissy? Oh, there she is. I promise we're gonna get back as fast as we can. Gonna miss you.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring back 4 grass hula skirts. And we're gonna go out back and right out in the open, we're gonna dance the hula and scare all the raccoons out the woods.
That's better. Now, Mama's gonna be here, and Bubba too. I love you, baby.
Chrissy, you ever had fried banana fritters? Well, you're gonna get fried banana fritters till they're coming out your ears.
You never made a fried banana fritter in your life.
They got them frozen down in Piggly Wiggly.
Don't go.
Oh, darling, we do have to go, but we'll be back for you, know it? You just remember how much we love you.
Okay. Put in a word for us, baby. It's not over yet. Mama needs all the help she can get.
Honey, where's this witness room?
It's supposed to be down here.
You satisfied, Mother Brown?
Not yet.
Why not? You've destroyed my life. Taken my daughter away. Turned my friends against me. You've done everything you can to punish me for something I didn't do. What more do you want?
You took my son's future. I want yours. If I can't have your life, I'm going to take away your freedom to live it.
Innocent till proven guilty. And you are a long way from proving me guilty. I'm gonna walk out of here. And I am gonna wave goodbye as I do.
Now, Mr. Jackson, did there come a time when you were at the Enlisted Men's Club and you saw Dusty in possession of what she said was LSD?
Yes, sir. She said she had some blotter acid she was going to try to take care of Chris with.
Well, what did you take this to mean?
To kill him. You know, later she told me she put it in a sandwich. She gave it to Chris. He didn't die from it, though. You know.
Did she indicate whether she was disappointed?
Yes, sir. She told me she put it in a peanut butter sandwich and then killed the son of a bitch.
Did she ever mention another attempt on his life?
Well, yeah, that's when she offered him a proposition me to kill him.
What did she say?
She said if I was to kill him, she'd give me the insurance money, you know, split it.
Mr. Jackson, after the killing, you returned to Dusty's apartment, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
What was Dusty like when she came home?
She says, you know, Rocky did it. She says, you killed him. She said, we ain't gonna have to see him anymore. I said, you're damn right.
She say anything about money?
She said that as soon as she collected the insurance money, she would give me half. That was it.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. No further questions? Your witness.
So you lied during your court-martial. When you swore under oath that Charlene Brown had no knowledge or participation in your act against Chris Brown. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You lied about your knowledge of any insurance money. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And those letters you wrote to Dusty from Leavenworth, those weren't your words at all, were they? Weren't you being instructed by Mr. Matthews of the FBI?
Yes, ma'am.
So those letters were a lie as well. Tell me, Mr. Jackson, can you think of any reason why this court should now believe your testimony?
Because it's the truth. She knows it.
Well, that's great comfort. Coming from an avowed liar.
Thank you very much. Is it correct, Mr. Matthews, that you interviewed the defendant at her home in Ada, Oklahoma?
Yes, sir.
And did you ask her about her testimony at the court-martial of Ralph Rocky Jackson?
Yes.
Did you ask her whether she had told the truth when she testified?
Yes, she said she hadn't told the truth about her relationship with Mr. Jackson.
That is a lie,
Counselor.
I said to her that our investigation had indicated there were some areas where she didn't appear to have told the truth, and she said, yes, that's so.
Your Honor, I move to strike that about the investigation.
Overruled.
And then what happened?
I asked her in what other areas had she not been truthful, and she just looked at me and didn't respond. She never did respond.
Thank you.
Hello? Mary. Honey, any news? We're all waiting. Oh. Well, sure. I know you must be. Yeah, she's here. She's out and back with Bubba. Chrissy! Chrissy, honey, it's your nanny.
Daddy, Papa!
Here she is now. Oh, she's so excited.
Daddy?
Hi, sweetheart. Nanny loves you. Papa sends you a big kiss.
Daddy, guess what?
What?
Papa got a new girlfriend.
What?
Her name is Lulu.
Papa's too young to have a girlfriend.
To wrestle.
Wrestle? Let me talk to Mama.
Yeah.
Honey, they're gonna have the cutest puppies.
So when she called you, she seemed to have information regarding your son's murder, information that had not yet been released?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
Getting back to August 19th, prior to your son's death, you received a phone call from the defendant.
That's correct. She called about the pending divorce.
Did you say anything to her about the custody of your granddaughter?
Yes, I told her that Chris would receive sole custody of Chrissy.
And what did she say?
What I most remember her saying is that she would see Chris dead before he got custody.
That is a lie.
Sit down.
That whole thing is a lie.
No. Miss Collins, instruct your client to calm down.
She threatened me. She threatened me right from the start. She threatened me. She was jealous because Chris loved me and not her. You are a damn liar.
Bailiff, this court now stands in recess.
In other words, everything Rocky Jackson said on this stand is a lie?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Objection.
Overruled.
And your roommates, Patty and Sandra?
Lied. They both lied.
You're the only one in this whole trial who's been telling the truth?
Your Honor, counsel is badgering the witness.
Overruled.
Yes.
They're all liars?
They're all out to get me. She paid them. Ask her. Ask her!
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Please hand the verdict to the bailiff. Will the defendant please rise? In the case of the United States of America versus Charlene Dusty Brown, on count 1, conspiracy to commit murder, the jury finds the defendant guilty. On count 2, second-degree murder, the jury finds the defendant guilty. The bailiff will take the defendant into custody.
I wish Chris could see this. I want to hold him in my arms and tell him, you can rest now. Mom and Dad have taken care of everything.
That's my girl. Look at that. Kick forward now. There you go. Kick forward.
Bubba! Oh, look at you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
My, all by yourself.
Oh, Papa, she's getting so big, she's not gonna need us anymore.
Kick your feet out when you go forward. There you go. There you go. You want to go high?
Now, reach for the sky. To the sky. Reach for the sky.
Kick your legs forward when you go. Look at that. All by herself, Grandma. Look at that. Is that something or what? My. Oh. Are you ready to give Grandpa a push?